Hello everyone and welcome back again to Scorched Earth. I am Winslow and today we are going to go after our third and final artifact, the artifact of the Destroyer located in the southeast of the ruins of Nosti. The artifact of the Destroyer is aptly named because it absolutely broke my heart today and the ruins really are nasty. Let's go ahead and just jump right into it. Today we are bringing along our Megatherium, the Channel 9 News Weather Girl, and our trusty shotgun. I'm also bringing along some bug repellent for when I need to dismount. The ruins of Nosti is at 78.5 by 75.5. You'll see a large domed building with a crack in it, and as always I will keep the bird on neutral so it can defend itself in case anything that is hungry follows us inside. I've turned up the gamma again because YouTube likes to make darkness darker than it appears in the actual recording. We'll go ahead and pop out our Megatherium and start clearing a pathway down. I've also brought along a rocket launcher that I got from a supply drop, and I was able to make some rockets because I got a blueprint for those two. Now I really shouldn't need this bug repellent because I'll be on the Megatherium most of the time in here, but the short time I'm off I don't want to get into trouble. You'll see what I mean. This cave overall has a lot more enemies inside of it than the other two. There's more bugs and bats and golems, but mostly there are a lot more mantis. If you're on foot or on anything other than a Megatherium, the mantis will do huge amounts of damage to you with its leap attack. The golems can mostly be ignored unless you're at the cliff edge that's coming up. You don't really want a chance getting knocked off of it by a golem, or bat, or well anything else, because it's instant death. This part of the tunnel loops around on the other side. It doesn't matter which side you choose. The tunnel is so packed with enemies that you can't sneak by them, even though they all mostly ignore you. Sadly, you can't just jump over them. Coming up ahead is the area with the cliff that has the fatal drop. Sometimes the game will fake you out by giving you a red loot drop that is just inside the safe range, but if you step 1 inch beyond it, you immediately die. This part is jumping and I made a pretty big error in judgment. You'll see. So while I was here on the first attempt, I put the Megatherium into a pod and dropped out my Thylacoleo. I made a pretty serious miscalculation on my jump distance. You can see though the fatal drop zone isn't very far down and it will affect you, even on a flyer, if you have cave flying enabled. Thankfully I have a mod installed for death recovery and I was able to retrieve my equipment and the cryopod with the Megatherium, but the Thyla and the Channel 9 News Weather Reporter radar were lost forever. And now, revenge. Any rock golems that are here at the edge zone, you want to either kite away or kill with the rocket launcher. They should only take 3 rockets to kill. This corner right here is also a spot where if you have the HLNA tool equipped, you will get a Genesis Chronicles mount. Right, now let's cross this using our brain. I'm clearing out any remaining enemies in this spot because I don't want them causing any problems with the Megatherium. I'm going to cryopod him again, and this time we'll be using grapple hooks to cross. I make sure and check that I'm not encumbered and can actually jump, because I don't want to waste a bunch like the last time. The grappling hook will pull you horizontally across a gap or divide. Just make sure you don't stop reeling yourself in, otherwise you'll drop in here. Well, you can guess. There are typically no enemies on these pillars, but if you see any, do not attempt to cross it before you kill them at range. You are only asking for trouble. Once on the other side, just release the Megatherium from cryo and continue on through the cave. I am intentionally clearing out every enemy inside here because I don't want any funny business. There will also be rock golems on this site too. This side was very dangerous because if there had been a golem glitched into the mesh on the wall, it could have just punched me out into the death zone. Remember that whole part about using our brains? Yeah. I'm really glad that you can use rider weaponry on a Megatherium. I really would not want to be on foot right now. Eat rocket, you gravelly dick. Now let's clear out the rest of this cliff area. In this alcove we have the Artifact of the Destroyer, or as I shall now call it, the Artifact of the Heartbroken. See how cold it is in here? Yeah, cold like your own heart, you tame-killing prick. The artifact container also has a cool sword skin. Let's get the hell out of this horrible place. Now, because I suck at jumping and also have terrible memory recall, let's take the shortcut out, which is entirely safe. Yep, that could have all been completely avoided. If you follow the ramp up to the ledge here, you will see often a red loot drop. Clear out any remaining enemies and claim what is probably going to be hot garbage. I will always recommend killing bats while on a tame if you can manage it. They have a short knockback and swarm you. Here they can easily push you off to your death. Sweet garbage. Hidden along this wall is a ramp and a short ledge down. If you were to use grapple hooks, you can just climb up this side. I hope you remember what I did. This cave also has coding that triggers respawn on your way out, so we'll just have to claw our way back out to the surface. Some nice benefits of the cave are lots of raw materials and resources. If you were to bring in an Anki, you could haul out lots of obsidian, metal, and salt. There's also heaps of polymer because of all of the mantis. Just kill your way out and avoid the remaining rock golems. You don't really need to mess with them unless you specifically want to harvest them. The caves are also a great way to get some cheap XP for you and your Megatherium, though it's not as good as the swamp or poison caves on the island. Watch me ignore this blue drop because I don't need any more garbage. Yep, that one. There's an explorer note right here in this alcove. I missed it the first time in. See you in hell, dinner plate! Back at home, let's set up our trophy. It costs 80 obsidian for an artifact pedestal, but it's nice to display your trophies, even if they are bloodstained. Now that we have all three, we're almost ready for the manticore. Expect some more carnal breeding, and I may even hatch all of the wyvern eggs I've taken because you can bring flyers into the arena. With that, a day of success mixed with sadness, I'm going to wrap it up here. I want to thank you for watching, and if you've made it this far, I'll thank you again. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave a comment, or you can reach out to me at any of the social media links provided. We'll catch up next time. Bye-bye.